Good day. So welcome once again to my channel, Cernel Explains Math. At ang pag-usapan po natin today is all about Math 9, the undefined terms, defined terms, parallel and perpendicular lines, as well as the transversal line. Simulan po natin sa Geometry Foundations Definition Explain. So meron po tayo ditong dalawa undefined terms na binubuo pa ng point, line, and plane, and we have defined terms segment, ray, and angle. Directions identify the geometric term, concept, or relationship being described in each statement. So number one, the undefined term, described as an infinite set of points extending in opposite directions without end, possessing length but not a width. So, ang keyword po natin dito is undefined term. Tatlo lang yon, either point, line, or plane. Infinite set of points, opposite directions without end, with length but not width. The answer is line. Number two, a geometric figure formed by two rays that share a common endpoint known as the vertex. The answer is angle. A collection of points, lines, or figures that do not lie on the same flat surface. So this is our hint word. Do not lie on the same flat surface. So the answer is non-coplanar. Not coplanar is do not lie on the same flat surface, or non-coplanar do not lie on the same plane. The common endpoint where two sides of an angle meet. 'Di ba? Meron po tayong dalawang ray. Pag pinagdugtong po natin or pinag-connect yung endpoint ng ating dalawang ray, makakabuo po tayo ng angle. Now, ano po ang tawag sa intersection of the endpoints ng ating angle? That is known as the vertex. And number five, points that lie on the exact same line. Again, lie on the same. So this is collinear. Okay, points. So the answer is collinear points. And number six, a term that is described using undefined terms, previously understood terms, or basic logic. So dito po nanggaling yung terms na to, gamit po yung undefined terms natin. Gamit po yung point, gamit yung line, gamit yung plane. So ito ay, for example of these is ray, a line segment, or an angle. So the answer is a defined term. Now proceed po tayo sa second part, which is true or false. Number one, a point is a defined term because we can represent its location using an ordered pair on a coordinate grid. Now, isa-isahin po natin yung mga hint words. A point is a defined term? No. So the answer is false. A point is an undefined term. Representing it on a grid is just a visual tool, not a formal definition. Number two, an angle is formed by two intersecting lines that extend infinitely in both directions. Again, saan nga ba, paano nga ba nabubuo yung angles? It was formed by two intersecting. Is it intersecting? It is formed by two rays that meet at a common endpoint known as the vertex. Okay? So an angle again is formed by two rays sharing a common endpoint na tinatawag po nating vertex, not two entire intersecting lines. Number three, any three points are always coplanar even if they are non-collinear. 3 points are always coplanar if they are non-collinear. The answer is true. So through any three non-collinear points, there is exactly one plane. So ang tatandaan po natin sa plane, ito ay binubuo po ng points that are coplanar. Ibig sabihin, points lie on the same plane, but non-collinear, hindi po magkakasunod-sunod. Okay, kasi isang straight line po yung mabubuo doon. Number 4, the length of a line segment can be measured precisely, whereas the length of a ray cannot. The answer is true. Since a line segment po ay binubuo po ng, it is a portion of a line, di ba? Yung line segment has two endpoints. So, dalawang dulo. So, ibig sabihin, we can measure it precisely and accurately. While the ray naman, binubuo po siya ng one endpoint, then a point that extends infinitely. So, this is a true statement. So again, a segment has two distinct endpoints, while a ray extends infinitely in one direction. Number 5, the intersection of two distinct intersecting planes is always a single point. Intersection of two distinct intersecting lanes. So when you intersect a plane, two planes, okay? So ano po yung intersection noon? It is not a point but a line. Line po yung intersection of two distinct planes. Kailan po tayo nagkakaroon ng single point, which is our point of intersection? Kapag nag-intersect naman po yung dalawang line. When you intersect two lines, it intersects at one point. When you intersect two planes, it intersect at a line. Tandaan po natin yan. Number 6, array named Ray AB and array named BA represent the exact same geometric figure. So again pag sinabi po natin ray merong endpoint and the other extends infinitely. In the case of AB, A is endpoint. While in the case of BA, B is endpoint. So this is a false statement. They have different starting endpoints. Si ray AB starts at A and goes toward B, while ray BA naman starts at B and goes towards A. Number 7. A plane is a two-dimensional figure, meaning it possesses both length and width but zero thickness. A plane is a 2D figure, that is correct. It has length and width, that is also correct, with zero thickness, so no height, that is also correct. So this is a true statement. Number 8, if two distinct lines intersect, they meet at exactly one point. So gaya ng sinabi ko kanina, pag yung dalawang line po nag-intersect, they meet at exactly one point. So this is a true statement. The terms point, line, and plane are left undefined because they attempt to define them because any attempt to define them would require using words that themselves need definition, leading to circular reasoning. This is a true statement. Now, dako na tayo sa perpendicular lines and intersecting lines. So, sa parallel lines, the never meeting lines, so they will never intersect no matter how we extend the lines, always equal distance apart. Pagdating naman po sa perpendicular lines, the right angle lines cross at a 90-degree angle and form four right angles. So ito naman po yung symbol for perpendicular and this is the symbol for parallel. So first test, identify the geometric term, concept, or relationship being described in each statement. So number 1, lines at the same plane that never intersect no matter how far they are extended. So anong tawag natin dito? Ito ay parallel lines. Number 2, lines that intersect at a right angle, perpendicular lines. Number 3, the geometric symbol parallel is used to denote this specific relationship between two lines. So this is the answer What geometric symbol is this? This is parallel or parallelism. Number 4. Okay, so wala na number 4 pala. So dako tayo sa test 2, the true or false statement. If two lines do not intersect, they are always parallel, regardless whether they are in the same plane. So the answer is false. Bakit siya naging false? Lines that do not intersect and are in different planes are called skew lines, not parallel lines. Kasi meron po tayong word na always. It is not always parallel. Minsan, skew lines. Sa mga hindi po nakakalam ng skew line, this is an example of a skew lines. So itong line at yung line na nasa kabila po are not parallel, yet they do not intersect. Yun po yung skew lines. They are not parallel, but they do not intersect. So, again, skew lines. Pero pag sometimes po yung word na to, this is a true statement. The symbol is used to indicate that two lines are perpendicular to each other. So, itong symbol po ay para sa perpendicular lines, and this is a true statement. Number 3, a vertical line, so yung patayo, and a horizontal line, pahiga, are always perpendicular to each other. Correct answer is true. Vertical and horizontal are always perpendicular to each other. Two lines intersecting to form four congruent adjacent angles must be perpendicular lines. So dalawang lines daw that intersects to form four congruent adjacent angles must be perpendicular, and this is true. Now dako tayo sa transversal. So when we say transversal, it is a line that intersects two or more other lines. Okay, intersection points is our key points. Yung angle pairs po natin, we have corresponding angles, alternate interior angles, alternate exterior angles, consecutive interior angles. Meron din po tayong um, same side interior, same side exterior. Okay? Then other angle relationship, we have vertical angles, which are always congruent, and linear pairs, which are always supplementary. So gagamitin po natin ito para masagutan po yung dalawang test natin. For test 1, a line that intersects two or more coplanar lines at different point. Anong ulit tawag natin sa line na nag-i-intersect two or more coplanar lines at different points? That is transversal line or transversal. Number 2, a pair of non-adjacent angles on opposite sides of the transversal and between the two intersected lines. Non-adjacent, ibig sabihin hindi magkakasunod, tapos nasa kabilang sides po ng transversal itong dalawang angle. And the answer is alternate interior angles between two intersected. So nasa loob ng parallel lines, so interior. Tapos opposite sides of the transversal, that is alternate. A pair of angles in the same relative position at each intersection where a straight line crosses to others. So, ang keyword po natin dito is same relative position. Kung nasa left siya ng transversal, nasa left din po. Makikita yung isa. Kung nasa taas din po. Okay? Kung nasa right din yung isang angle. And the answer is corresponding angle. Ang keyword po for corresponding is same relative position. And they are always congruent. Number 4, a pair of angles on the same side of the transversal, same side of the transversal. Kung nasa left. Kung nasa right. And between the two intersected lines, ibig sabihin nasa loob, whose measures add up to 180 degrees when the lines are parallel. So the answer is consecutive interior angles. Nasa loob, interior, magkasunod, consecutive. Same side po of the transversal is consecutive. And consecutive interior angles are supplementary. So when you add the two angles, the sum is 180 degrees. Or other term for this is same side interior angles. Two angles that are adjacent, magkatabi, share a common side and form a straight line when intersected by a transversal. So the answer is a linear pair. So magkatabing angles, at the same time meron silang iisang side and form a straight line. Linear pair. Dako tayo sa true or false. Number one, alternate exterior angles. So pag sinabi natin alternate exterior, nasa opposite sides of the transversal. Alternate. So yung isa sa left, isa sa right ng transversal. Exterior, yung isa nasa taas, yung isa nasa baba ng parallel lines. Are always congruent even if the two lines cut by transversal are not parallel. The answer is false. Kailangang parallel po. Okay? Para masabi natin yung alternate exterior angles are always congruent. Kung hindi po parallel lines po yung nakat ng transversal, magkaiba po yung sukat ng ating alternate exterior angles. Okay, again, when the lines are parallel. If two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, consecutive interior angles are supplementary. So pag sinabi natin consecutive interior angles, magkasunod na angle. Okay? So ito ay linear pair. The answer is true. Supplementary po sila. So when we say supplementary again, the sum is equal to 180 degrees. When two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, all acute angles formed are congruent to each other, and all obtuse angles formed are congruent to each other also. So sabi daw dito, kung yung parallel lines daw ay hinati po ng consecutive, ng transversal rather, so yung lahat po ng acute angles na mabubuo ay pare-parehas. Lahat po ng obtuse na mabubuo is also congruent to one another. And the answer is true. So this is true to all. Number 4, corresponding angles lie on opposite side of the transversal line. So pag sinabi natin corresponding angle, yung keyword po natin dito is same relative position. Okay? So opposite sides of the transversal. The correct answer is false. Bakit false? Corresponding angles lie on the same side of the transversal. For example, kung nasa left siya, dapat yung corresponding angle niya po is also nasa left. Kung nasa right yung isang angle, yung corresponding angle is also at the right. Number 5. If a transversal is perpendicular to one of the two parallel lines, it must also be perpendicular to the other parallel line. Kung perpendicular daw yung transversal sa isa o sa dalawang parallel lines, it must also be perpendicular to the other parallel line. The answer is true. So ito yung perpendicular transversal natin. Now, for the third part, find the measure of each of the specified angles in the following transversal or parallel lines cut by a transversal. So ito yung number 1 natin. Hahanapin po natin si angle HFC muna. Okay? So meron po tayong given dito na 75 degrees and this is the angle of angle DBG. So, sukat po ni angle DBG. Hanapin po muna natin si H, ito si HFC. So, what is the relationship between the angle 75, which is angle DBG, and the unknown angle, which is angle HFC? They are same side interior angles. Okay? Nasa iisang bahagi lang, pero what? DBG and HFC. Same side interior. Okay? Both are found on the right part of the transversal and at the same time nasa loob po ng parallel. Kaya same side interior. And we all know that same side interior angles are supplementary. So pag sinabing supplementary, they form 180 degrees when you add two angles. So para mahanap po si angle HFC, 180 minus by the angle DBG, and that is 75. 180 minus 75 is 105, and that is angle HFC. So, meron tayong angle HFC. Hanapin naman natin yung angle HFG. So, kung mapapansin natin that angle HFG with respect to angle DBG ulit, which is 75 given, okay, ito yung DBG, ito yung HFG. So they are corresponding angle. Kasi when you cut the DBG, parehas siya ng HFG. And at the same time, they lie on the same side of the transversal. And we all know that corresponding angles are congruent. So kung ano man po ang sukat ni HFG, ganoon din po ang sukat ni DBG. And the answer is 75. And that is the answer for angle HFG. Ayan. Second. So given po natin dito is angle EFC, which is 38 degrees. Ano naman daw yung angle HFC? Nasaan si HFC? HFC. Ang given po natin ay EFG. So yung angle EFG, which is 38 degrees, at yung unknown angle, which is angle HFC, shared a common side. Okay? And also they form a straight line. Therefore, they form linear pairs. Pag linear pairs po sila, they are supplementary. Pag supplementary, the sum must be 180. So para makuha po si angle HFC, babawasan po natin ng 180 si angle EFC. So 180 minus 38 is 142. And that is the angle of HFC. So we have 142 degrees. Dako naman tayo kay angle DBC. Nasaan si DBC? DBC. Nasa taas. Ito pa. Now, medyo malabo kung i-compare natin kay EFC. Okay? Pero, meron pang isang way para mas malaman yung relationship. Daan tayo kay HGC. Ano kaya yung relation ni HGC kay DBC? So, angle DBC and angle HFC are corresponding angles. So, again, corresponding angles are congruent. Okay? So, ito corresponds to this angle. And we all know kanina that angle HFC is 142. That is also the measure of angle DBC. So, DBC po, yung sagot dito. Ayan. Number 3. So, ang angle given is angle ABG, which is 36 degree. Ang hanapin po natin is angle DBC. So, what is the relationship between angle ABC, ito, ABG rather, at saka yung DBC? So, para silang X, di ba? So, pag X po, they are vertical angles. And all vertical angles are congruent. So, kung ano man po ang sukat ni ABG, that is also the measure of angle DBC. And the answer is 36 degrees. Paano naman po si angle EFG? Si angle EFG is ito, EFG. With respect to ABG, EFG, they are corresponding angles. And they are also congruent. So kung ano man po ang sukat ni ABG, that is also the size of angle EFG. And the answer is 36. Ayan, 36 degrees. Last one. Given natin dito is angle AEG, which is 62 degrees. Ang hahanapin po natin ay AEH. So yung angle AEG at angle AEH share a common side. And at the same time, they form a straight line. Okay? Therefore, they are linear pairs. Kung linear pair sila, they are supplementary. So to get the angle AEH, subtract lang po yung 182, the angle AEG, which is 62 degrees. And the answer is 118. That is the angle AEH. How about angle DBG? Andito po si angle DFG naman. Okay? So DFG. Gamitin po natin yung angle AEH since nakuha natin. So the relationship between the FG at saka yung EEH are alternate kasi isa sa kanan, isa sa kaliwa at the same time nasa loob ng parallel lines. So interior. They are alternate interior angles and they are congruent. So kung anong sukat po ni angle the AEH, that is also the size of angle DFG. And the answer is 118 degrees. So that's it for today. Hoping na may natutunan po kayo regarding the defined and undefined terms, parallel and perpendicular lines, as well as transversal lines of two parallel lines. So that's it, and see you next video. Bye bye.